Welcome back to another episode of Nullius. This time I had a slight setup change. I'm now playing in 4K and still recording in 1K, I guess. And also I have increased the interface scale to 150%, so the interfaces at least are a bit bigger than they would otherwise be. The good thing about that is I could zoom out a bit further and, for instance, reach this chest over there that I wouldn't otherwise be able to see, but I can still zoom in if I want to and see a bunch of stuff, just so you know. And now I want to increase or bring these pipes over. This might still take a while. Pipes and this monocrystalline silicon and ceramics. I think I will have to bring this up a little bit since we now have to go through a bunch of these machines. I am actually considering bringing this up a bit more, like there, for instance. Not sure if I would go that far up, but yeah, I might just do that like this, and also replace these items on the belt, and then move with these pipes and belts to the right. For now it will be a full belt. Eventually I might think about putting an underground belt there. And I hope eventually all these things that are still to be built from blueprints on the minimap will be built eventually. And now this is almost in the way. I mean, it is in the way, but I think I still... well, I can't really squeak through. Let's just do this then. I guess I will try to go as high as the wind turbine. Let's see if I can build this the other way around. I guess I have enough space there, at least for now. I think I wouldn't be able to go past the other side of the wind turbine, but at least up to this point. And I think the producing of the processor 1 is the last thing I will do before I have to deal with the bus going up. Might also want to kill some of these things. Might not want to do that actually, because my roboport is not turned on. Now this should work. And now this should work. Not sure if there's anything else. These just seem to be decorative. Okay, there's a bunch of unboxing recipes that I haven't yet looked at. Maybe I will look at those between recordings, just so hovering over all of them will not take a year or something. There are just a few recipes in the other tabs. Rocket, no, missile this is called. Magazine 1, missile launcher and gun. I don't know what I need this for at the moment, because in Nullius I don't have enemies yet. I guess I will be making enemies eventually. Let's have a look at the processor recipe. I might just build one of those nano processors. nanofabricator, I hope this is the same thing. Yeah, processor 1. I will place a lot of yield modules inside. I think overall this is being built so that I can make the yield module 2, which will hopefully make everything a bit more yielding. And I will just move this up, just so I actually am close to this pipe. Now the nitric acid has to come in somewhere. I think I will just bring it in from the right. Sadly, I can get stuck in pipes here. I think the squeak through mod would be able to avert this, but I don't have it installed and turned on. Memory circuit and green wire. I guess I could find these things here. This seems to be the green wire. Let's just turn this around and capture the green wire. This is actually quite nice. And now the memory circuit, if I can find it. Not sure where it is or if I have already brought it over. I think it's this thing. And now I will have a look where exactly I need to land. I might already be far enough. Yeah, maybe even like that. And I don't even need to do this weird bend. Now I'm out of underground belts of this sort. I hope they are still being produced. I wonder whether I might need to take the car just to be faster somewhere. Not really sure how much of a speed bonus this will give me. The game seems to lag at some point. Just getting some regular red belts, but no underground belts yet. I wonder what's up with that. Luckily I have repair packs and bots that can use them. So maybe I'm only producing red underground belts manually. Or am I? Wait, this is actually at the end of the bus. And so far this is lacking something, I guess just red belts. So... are those not enough red belts? Maybe they are just not sent over. They should be going on that belt. I might just throw some of the old belts in there. And also I'm still lacking lubricant. Now again I'm wondering why that is. I guess I was lacking lubricant in exotic industries as well, so getting slightly confused about where I'm lacking what and for what reason. Let's just look for lubricant then. Apparently these are the only two factories producing lubricant. There are chemical plant too. I guess one problem is that the hydrochloric acid is full. Hydrogen chloride would be available and methanol would also be available. So I need to figure out why hydrochloric acid is not used. Not used enough, at least. This is where hydrochloric acid goes. It would combine with the caustic solution to make saline water and nothing else, apparently. I'm not sure. Not sure if I need to do something else with this pump. At least in this tank it's only 7k, but maybe that's the maximum these tanks can hold. And then I am making new caustic solution right here. What else could I do with saline water? I guess I could always try to dump this. This seems to be a wrong recipe from maybe Bobs or Angels or something. I don't know if they are part of this mod pack. I could make silica, which I'm probably already doing somewhere. I'm already doing a lot of desalination. And I guess one thing that or saline electrolysis, one thing that I could stop doing would be seawater filtration. And this should basically be limited to only produce saline water if it's not already enough in the system. I should probably still be doing wastewater filtration. Okay, and this is what I'm doing right there. The hydrochloric neutralization. So apparently, if I want more belts, red belts, I will need to increase my hydrochloric acid consumption. Was it that? Anyway, I might be able to make some of these belts, but maybe not. I guess I should just carry some of these red belts over to the right, and then I need to go all the way to the left again, where my saline water pumps are. Sometimes I'm underestimating, oops, my clumsiness, for one thing, and also overestimating my turning angle. So this is where the red belts are, and I will just introduce some red belts there. I mean, this is where my red underground belts are produced. And I could use yield modules everywhere, probably. So I should do that. It's actually quite nice to be able to use productivity in final products. Oh no. This shouldn't happen. Let's just place a thing there. Basically, I will say if red underground belts, also there are green belts eventually. Just wanted to check that out. And I would have liked for the space age belts to have this color instead of the slightly yellowish green color, which is a bit confusing. But yeah, I think I would want at least 50 red underground belts in the system before I even start doing the splitters. Also, I was just wondering why they need red splitters in the crushers, which is a bit weird, but I guess. And I guess I would also want to Oh, not like this. I would want to limit this by also the amount of red splitters in the system. If there are more than maybe 20 or maybe also 50. I guess 50 is a good number for that. So right now it wouldn't work because it doesn't have enough red splitters in the system. I of course have 51. I might just donate one of them. And then I will go for now check whether and what is happening here. So this whole system may just produce a bunch of saline water, but eventually I will need to put a stop to this. There are a bunch of points where the saline water flows into the general system of water, or of saline water, basically where the production is cut from the usage. And this is still a mess, and I would like to somehow remove all of that and bring it into order by just having it vertically somewhere around here. And of course, some of these machines are still not high enough because maybe also because I just moved these pipes and underground belts there unnecessarily. Eventually I might integrate all of this into a fluid bus like this, where these pipes will just go from left to right and all in one row. But I don't know how many fluids I will have eventually. I could take a look at this, but this is not perfect. I think I should use factory search. And I would hope that, yeah, it already shows things that I haven't yet researched. So possibly this is the amount of fluids I will have, and I will have to calculate or just sum them up how many pipes I might need in a fluid bus. Tritium, deuterium. So this is probably something to do with fusion or some radioactive stuff. Heavy water, same. So basically deuterium has this yellowish white, or I don't know, beige. There are a bunch of high pressure versions of other fluids. I don't know what the nitrogen was. Compressed nitrogen. This is compressed air. Compressed argon, compressed helium. I guess this is a good way to transport things over long distances and then uncompressing them. I hope this works without too much issues. Copper solution, titanium tetrachloride. I think I already did that. Not sure if I had calcium chloride solution anywhere. Anyway, this is a huge tangent. I should be working on closing off this saline water system. Maybe also adding a few tanks here, just so that I can have more buffer, basically. So I can produce a bunch of saline water, but it doesn't just flow into the general system of pipes. Oh, this is a thing. And I think I would like to remove this. Charger. I have 11 chargers on me now, I guess. The charger production has charged up. It was a problem at some point. Yeah, maybe I improved something a bunch of stuff that I don't remember right now because it was a really big chain of things that I needed to fix. And I almost hit that power pole. And this is a thing that I might hit. Maybe I don't need to drive all the way. I'm not an American. I should be quite close now to where I could try to fix things. So basically here, where this pipe goes down, I think I can't make this underground belt any longer. So I need to invent something more useful right here. Or maybe just have a little underground like this in the way. Then find a pump. Luckily, this has no power yet, which is a good thing for one thing or for one time. Might use these medium tanks as a buffer and as a control thing. So if saline water, if I find this, is less than, let's say 7,000. So this can be more than 7,000. I could even increase the number. Let's say 17,000. Or maybe 15. This is a nice round number. Then this pump may work. But I'm not sure where this is connected and where it's not connected. And there are a bunch of pipes in the way. Maybe I could remove this process here. I would hope that the rest of these fluids are connected to somewhere where all of this is being processed. I guess I will just remove this factory. And then this is going down. I will follow this pipe just in case. So this is doing the brine desalination, creating water and brine. Not sure what to do with brine eventually, but there's surely something I could do. And also this is probably reconnecting to what I just cut off there. It's really nice to have this pipe visualizing mod. I forgot what it was called. But it's definitely helpful. Okay, maybe right here I will cut this off and build an underground belt. Then I will have another tank and a pump. For now it's that way. Maybe I need a pump that's going this way still, just to bring the saline water that's produced by the neutralization process back into the system. But for now this is meant to be the other way around, and I will have 15,000. Maybe I don't even need it this way. I will have to check. So this is only to produce a caustic solution. And I think I was meant to do it the other way around. Let's just see. Maybe I did it wrong up there as well. Oh, yeah, I think I did it wrong there as well. I need to check how much saline water is down here. And if there's too much already in here, then I shouldn't transfer anymore. Let's just do that, I guess. Pump again. Now actually this way around, but I might just have to reroute this a little bit. And I will build a tank here. And now the pump will be connected again to the tank. And then I will say saline water maybe above 15,000. Not even sure whether that's correct. There needs to be saline water here for the silicon, but also all of this needs to be removed at some point, so this is just temporary. At least now it seems that the hydrochloric acid was used up successfully. There is some in this tank, and this tank is sort of limited, or the... This is actually a nice solution to just have anything there, and then I might just easily copy this recipe or this filter. This is still really a mess, and I would like to nuke it and rebuild it somewhere else, then it's easier to manage. For now, I see that I'm producing lubricant again, maybe in small amounts, but still a little bit. Not sure where this is all going and why. But yeah, I have lubricant again, hopefully to make more red belts. Eventually it might arrive here. Let's just have a little look in the production statistics. I think it would just be called Belt 2. And I wonder whether any of them have been produced in the recent hour. Maybe none of them have been produced in the last hour, so there might have been lubricant throughput issues. Yeah, you can see just 2.5 hours ago it has been produced last. And this might mean I would be running out at some point if I didn't do anything about it. Maybe I shouldn't use red belts everywhere yet, even though they are nice and can give a lot of throughput. And I should go back to the other place where I tried to install that pump and maybe this time do it correctly. So basically the other way around. Maybe even with no filter, I don't know. This is basically using saline water, but it may just do that without any problems. Another idea would be now to have another pipe going this way. A tank attached to this place. Basically a two-way pipe. And this works if this tank is below, let's say, 4000. And then it will go forth and back. So it will equalize out a bit. Not even sure. I guess it's, yeah, only the right pump has an LED that is flashing all the time. So this pump will always work, and the other one will only work if there is less than a certain amount in this tank, which should help, at least giving this limited amount of saline water all the time. Anyway, I think that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching.